How's everybody doing? Okay, today we're going to do um Capricorn and Pisces. Yes, we're gonna do Capricorn and Pisces, and we're dealing here with compatibility of signs. Pisces is water, and Capricorn is earth. So we have earth and water, which is a sympatical or compatibility element. And then we have a modality of cardinal and mutable, which also goes well and works well and blends well and ends well. Yes, so this is definitely a compatible or simpatical combination. It's almost last call. At 4 o'clock, it's about 3:55 in the morning. I stopped drinking at 4 o'clock. Last call I had to do at the bar. The list is watermelon martini. Yes, so we are dealing here with compatibility of signs. Okay? Let's compare this combination to nature. You have Capricorn, which represents cardinal earth, the northernmost point, right? And then you have Pisces, mutable water. Well, understand that if we go with the analogy of the mountain is where the goat lives. And he jumps from mountain to mountain. He never goes down the valley. He stays up in the mountain. And understand that the goat can eat anything. A goat can eat a tin can. It can eat glass. So understand the toughness of the gut of the goat. The goat can eat fucking metal. So understand the survival instinct of Capricorn. The self-preservation principle inherent in the sign, in both the man and the woman. This sign is goal-oriented, career-oriented, and it has an unwavering ambition to succeed at all costs, with the strength of dignity and patience that can outlast a millennia. So there is a lot of discipline and character in Capricorn, in both the man and the woman. So what happened when the goat, which is at the farthest point of the planet, because he lives in the mountains, and the fish, which is at the depths of the ocean, even though earth and water are compatible elements, both seldom will meet because they are polarized. Pisces is romantic. The romanticism of Pisces, there are no words to describe the romantic idealism of Pisces. But getting back to the analogy of Mother Nature, if we take Capricorn to represent the mountain, then Pisces represents the misty dew that falls over the mountain and gently grazes the grass and vegetation with a subtle, moist, watery mist. So now, because remember, Pisces is mutable water. This water could be the water of the ocean, or the water of the atmosphere, or the waters of space, which is the ethers, or it could be dew point or precipitation and the different variances of gradients of our atmosphere and our planet. The clouds have water. It's all water. So this is also Pisces. So when you're looking at the clouds, understand that it's a lot of water. It's a lot of hydrogen up there, and it can easily become water. So, they say that the planet is 70% water. That is true by mass. But if we put the atmosphere around it, you can say that 95% of the earth is water. That's a lot of water. So understand that in this essence, in this instant, water is serving or playing the role as a nurturer. In the mountain, you could have all kinds of plant species and even animals and insects and vegetation growing, but they're being sustained and cooled and they're cooled by the breeze of the air. They're given life, vitality by the rays of the sun, and they're given nurturing and sustenance to the rain and the dew which falls on the mountain, which then precipitates into the soil of that mountain and then springs forth life. It is a cycle. So here we see mutable water being very, very helpful. But you can also see mutable water, Pisces, carving hills and carving roads in mountains, like the Grand Canyon, which was created by water. All water. Okay? So understand the relationship between earth and water is a very intimate one. They cannot live apart. It's beautiful. I love earth. No. And I love water from afar, from a distance. The ocean is a world that we have not even explored completely. We've been to the depths of space, but not the depths of the ocean floor of our planet. That's Pisces. I understand the mystery of Pisces, but also the mystery of Capricorn, because in the mountains, you have many mystical experiences that occur there. But bringing that in a mundane level, applying that element of nature where water and earth work together are simpatico, and I've explained that example. How does that simpatico can be related to the context of human relationships? Well, easily, Capricorn is the doer, the one who gets things done, the one who breaks through obstacles, oppositions, adversity, and comes with the Holy Grail. Pisces, as a woman, this is the Capricorn man. The Pisces woman will be the supporting role, the supporting cast. She will be there to reap the benefits of such a reward. But she will be there to also exalt her husband and show him untold passions and rewards that only the Pisces woman knows how to give. And this makes for a beautiful, harmonizing relationship where the Capricorn man is rewarded by the gracious love and energy and gifts that the Pisces woman offers in every area of life. She is magical. She's mystical. She's glitter, like Mariah Carey's glitter. She's glitter. She can be anything and everything to this Capricorn man. Whatever woman he likes and desires, she will be that to him. Remember, Miss Pisces is the cosmic mirror. She will embody and become that which her husband desires and deeply needs. Because it's not just about the desire, it's also the need. The Pisces woman can fulfill both. This can lend for a perfect and ideal relationship. But, as mutable as this combination is, there's a lot that can go wrong here. I had to take a drink for that one because, ooh, it's a lot. It's a lot to cover, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do it in 15 minutes, part 1 or 2. And I can't do a part 3 because then I have to do all of them. And, what they've given me here is not too much for me to go on. Sometimes I got to go a little off script. I'm going to start with the Pisces woman. The Pisces woman, we have to start with her because that is where part of the issue lies. Okay? The Pisces woman is a hopeless romantic. She is the most hopeless of romantic in the zodiac. Even more so than Cancer. Her mythology is her mythology archetype is the dreamer. She's an idealist. And she meets all of her relationships, and her approach to her relationship is this high expectation, this high idealism that she has. Yet, time and time again, she finds herself disappointed and let down. Well, what happens? Why does Pisces struggle to find the right person? Why does the Pisces person have this difficulty? There's so much more than this compatibility between two signs. There's more than just compatibility. Compatibility when dealing with Pisces doesn't fit the general definition of compatibility. Compatibility for Miss Pisces can be something of an illusion. It's not real, although she pretends it to be real. As a Pisces, she's both blessed and cursed with overwhelming emotions. And you have to understand what I mean by that. Because think of the depths of the ocean or the open ocean, and you have one gate that you open like this, like a two-way, and you have the vast ocean coming towards the gate. And no amount of manpower can hold the gate closed for the vast ocean to come in. It'll knock you out and kill you when the vast ocean just breaks through those gates. That is a flow of overwhelmity of emotion that can grab the Pisces woman. The Pisces woman can be overwhelmed and swept away by powerful emotion, feelings that come out of nowhere like a rogue wave and throw her out of her kilter. But at the same time, because she can flow with it, she can recalibrate. But in that recalibration, it could be days or weeks. She can give off a totally different vibration than before that wave hit. This woman is 12 women in one. And she can go through many different shifts and moods in an hour, in a day, in a fucking New York minute. And there is no predicting these moods, and there's no predicting the behavior. She's paradoxical, an oddity in herself. She doesn't understand herself, sometimes her own responses. Yeah. She's cursed, faced with the pressures of the everyday world. It's also very difficult, Miss Pisces. The everyday world is intense. She spends most of her days retreating from it, not wanting to be a part of it. Even the toughest Pisces woman that you see out there, being the career woman, handling the kids and doing this, because you got some Pisces women that appear to do it all and do it well. But when she closes the door, when she's not being seen by the door, she retreats into a corner and just cries hysterically, wishing that she can take her own life or just completely withdraw from the world and hide herself into the corner of a bedroom and never come back out again. Because the prospect of facing the next day to do the same thing over there, that harsh world out there, it kills Miss Pisces. But you will never know it. You will never know that she feels that way. That she's a scared sparrow in the inside. She seeks a man that will take her away from that and give her protection and safety and security. Now let's flip it. If it's the Pisces man with a Capricorn woman, oh my goodness, why go there? The Capricorn, you think the Capricorn man is harsh? And actually, I don't know which of the two is more crueler and more harsher, the man or the woman. I think the woman is a little bit more forgiving than the Capricorn man. That's a true devil, you know? He's not as forgiving as the Capricorn woman. But the Capricorn woman will be ruthless towards you if she loses respect for you. Don't let the Capricorn woman lose respect for you, because then you're done. And for Mr. Pisces, that can very well happen, because Mr. Pisces could be a little bit of a loose cannon. Oh no. Again, this is one of those combinations where there has to be a certain level of maturity, a certain level of responsibility, a certain level of education, a certain level of self-awareness, a lot of self-awareness. You really have to know who you are as a person if you're going to understand the context of a relationship and what a relationship requires, and if you're willing to sacrifice to move towards a relationship that is healthy and which both of you can bring something to the table and make something work. Let me tell you right now, if the Pisces man has a drinking problem, that's not going to go very well with the Capricorn woman. Whether these people are young or whether these people are past their prime. If the Capricorn woman loves the Piscean man, which she very well could, that love will not be enough for her to keep him if he has a problem with alcohol. But now, that's negative. But let's go positive. He could be everything that she expects in a man. But the Pisces man is secretive. He's secretive, insidious. And he might not be cheating. Hopefully, let's pray, because with Pisces, you never know, especially the man, you know. But the Capricorn woman can be a nervous wreck if she doesn't know or understand where her Capricorn or her Pisces man is. The Pisces man could be a little reckless and a little bit or maybe a lot irresponsible, both before age 30 and past their prime. It really depends whether he has an issue with alcohol. If he doesn't have an issue with alcohol, he might be someone that could be easily distracted. And, you know, Pisces is immutable water, so the currents can pull the fishes in opposite directions constantly. It is a constant movement of the opposite direction with Pisces. They never stand still. Maybe once in a nanosecond, there's tranquility and harmony and equality, but then the fishes begin to break apart in opposite direction and constant flux. So there's never any real sense of peace and balance with Pisces, particularly Mr. Pisces. Well, no, both Mr. and Mrs. Pisces. And you know, as a Capricorn man, you have to be, or a Capricorn woman, you have to be the anchor to anchor them. So like that they don't sway too far into the sea where a rip current can take them and throw them out into the depths of the ocean, never to be seen again. But at the same time, if you're dealing with a Pisces who's highly evolved and has it together with a Capricorn that's irresponsible or hasn't yet reached a certain level of maturity, the same situation can happen in both directions. Where then the Capricorn man who can be reckless and just off the fucking wall, especially when they're young, you know, and just trample through people and lives, you know, like nothing until they get a reckoning. Because with Capricorn, there has to be a day of reckoning. And then he begins to grow up. But then again, if we're dealing with a Capricorn man who is responsible, methodical, and is on his game, with a Pisces woman who questions his authority or does her own thing or doesn't follow through and is inconsistent, that can pose a problem for the Capricorn man, because now the team dynamic that Capricorn depends on for his woman to be is not there because she is being inconsistent. And I gotta tell you, that can be a problem. Because if the Capricorn man cannot trust the woman to be at his side and be consistent and be supportive of him and also have her own objective, her own things going, then he may have to carry the slack that the Pisces woman drops. And then that can over time become resentful on the side of the Capricorn man dealing with a Pisces woman who kind of still doesn't have it together. If we're dealing with a Capricorn woman with a Pisces man, most likely the problem might come from the direction of the Pisces man, whether he has a wandering eye, a roving eye, or an issue with alcohol, or some other kind of issue that is disproving to Mrs. Capricorn. You know, the Capricorn woman has high standards, high expectations, and she expects also for her men to fulfill the bill and also have a certain level of expectation that they should carry out. Because if the Capricorn woman is able to do what she got to do, then that means that the Pisces man has to also do it, because otherwise, why does she need him for? She can do anything or everything her damn self if he ain't gonna help or if he's not capable. So this can become an issue for Miss Capricorn if the Pisces man doesn't fit the bill and take care of his financial responsibilities and spends money irresponsibly. This will turn the Capricorn woman off. You know, so there's certain habits and certain idiosyncrasies that the Capricorn woman has, or man, and that the Piscean man or woman has, that can cause a rift between the two. Because maybe the Capricorn woman or man may not respect or like someone that's drinking too much or excessively, and may not respect or even value the value system the person that's drinking too much comes from, or probably have a certain level of empathy, you know. And then you have the Capricorn, the Pisces man or woman who's drinking and not really understanding or even care to understand how their drinking might be affecting the person, because they're so consumed with their own misery or their own hallucinogenic existence that the alcohol allows, that they're not seeing how that might be affecting themselves or the partner. So And I'm using alcohol as an example. It could be anything that can be causing it, and that's why this is again one of these combinations. Even though that they are compatible, and the science and the modalities are compatible, a lot has to do with the upbringing and the culture and the upbringing and value system that these two come from, and understanding themselves and accepting themselves in the way that they're coming as individuals before they can come together as a couple. And we're done with part one.